I've written a lot about nostalgia the last few days. Last couple Ko-Fi posts have been focused on nostalgia, memory lane, like feeling connected to myself. I've been reading some of my old teenage poetry and exploring the emotional state of who I was 15 something years ago. And now, after being away from the camper, this is where I started streaming. So, after being away from here for a few months with my new job, taking me back home and like being in town every day, I haven't been staying here. So, this out of town project happens to be in the town where my camper is, and I have a place to stay, and I'm off work at a reasonable time. So, it's very reminiscent of last year when I was getting started posting poetry, doing the prompt readings, prompt writings, and it's been a lot of big feelings for me recently. So I'm gonna leave this up as long as I can tonight. Oh, excuse me. I am going to just pause briefly and make sure that this gets shared. I think I can do that from my phone. Nope. I'm using a different program, but oh, there we go. Copy link. Didn't take me away for too long, but got that posted. Thank you for bearing with me for that little intro. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some writing tonight, catching up with everybody. Hopefully, some of the regular people show up. If not, we'll do some writing together. I have a prompt I'm working on right now, uh, still continuing the memory lane trip, and I'm going to be writing a poem about well worn shoes. It's a prompt I'm giving myself, or worn tread. I don't have my mount for my phone, so it's just leaning against a couple of water bottles, so the angle's a little different, so you can't see the notepad very well, but there's a notepad right here. I'm actually writing. But this is kind of cool. You can see the pen, which is abnormal. Usually you can just see the kind of the paper pad at the bottom here, but I have my arm over it now. And if you haven't tuned into a prompt poem stream before, what I do is I take prompts from chat and I write a 10 to 15 minute poem. That's a general term. I usually will write down when I got the prompt given to me, and then I'll write the poem and write down when I stopped, and I will keep track of that minutes, seconds value and kind of assign it to that poem on the page. Kind of immortalizes that process between getting the prompt from chat and writing it down, creating something that I call finished for the purposes of stream. But if this is your first time being here, that's the whole process. If you have a prompt that you'd like a poem written about, just post it in chat with the word before it, and I'll add it to the queue, and I'll start working on it as soon as I'm done with the one I'm working on. If you don't have a prompt and just want to chat and hang out, feel free. Jump in, and I will catch up with chat as I can. Hey, Solus, how are you doing? We did talk about shoes. Absolutely. Let's see, 3:35. We'll start this one at. Globes and Osiris. Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about those shoes. Absolutely. Oh, for transparency, I know it's a sobriety stream. I'm pouring water into this glass and then drinking out of this glass because I like drinking out of a glass more than I like drinking out of water bottles. But this, if you see this pint glass coming back and forth, it is just Kirkland water, which I'm about to refill. So you'll see that live. Uh-oh. But I found out I was working out of town this week and went and stocked up. Got a pallet of water, did a bunch of meal prepping. Yeah, so much better out of a glass. So we should be good to go this week. And I'm going to try and stream tomorrow as well, but we'll talk about that when we get a little further into stream. For now, let's start working on well-worn shoes. Yeah, this is all kinds of screwed up. I have a different notebook. It's like super tiny. I didn't bring any of my streaming stuff, so I don't have my like ring light, I don't have my phone holder, I don't have a lot of stuff that I would normally have. So this is a true like back to my roots streaming situation. So thank you for being here. Hopefully it'll be some fun. How's your night going though, Solus? Good to see you, good to see you. Well, that was good. Starting off strong. Goofball. The train is going by. Must be that time of day. Yeah, it's a little early. Must be making good time. It's usually another like 45 minutes before the train goes by. Ever since the poll went up on the community page about the being the most impactful word for poetry, I've tried so hard to not use the word the in my poems and just continue to test myself in that capacity. And it's been a lot of fun. I catch myself doing it and going back and like rewriting certain phrases just to eliminate the word the. Yeah, it was. It has been. Sorry if the audio is distorted. My heater is kicked on over in the side, and it decided to kick on right when I started streaming, so hopefully it's not too distracting. Prompt for later. Seeing life happening and trying to join in the fun. Okay. How would I shorten that up? So was life passing me by, seeing life happening and trying to join in the fun. Okay. I'll add that. Just to show how unprepared I am for this evening. This is a Reese's stick cardboard insert from like a Reese's stick pack that was in the camper from the last time I was here. It's been many months. I have not been eating Reese's sticks. That's how I know it was many months ago. Seeing life happening. And trying to join in the fun. Hey Jill, long time no see. I hope all is well. So happy to hear some poetry and creative writing from the infamous camper. I appreciate those words of kindness. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to be a much more presence on my channel and just, yeah, it's been a rough couple of months, but I'm back and it was a needed rest. So coming at it with a positive outlook and a much more centered perspective and expectation. So Reese's Sticks. Oh yeah, that's the best candy bar that ever exists, has ever existed. Life happens, but happy you're back. Yeah, thank you. I'm enjoying it as well. So since the last time I was in the camper, I have a new neighbor that is even closer to my camper. If I open this window, I think I could touch his camper. And it's usually where I park my car, but it's fine. I don't have my car. I'm in the work truck this week, so it doesn't matter anyway, but it's just kind of funny. It's like, there is an empty bull rail. There's my camper, and then I have 20 feet of nothing on that side, and 40 feet of nothing on this side, and his camper is this far from mine. Like, directly next to it. Oh, it's okay. I've got the whole prompt written down here. Seeing life happening and trying to join in. Join in the fun. That was the part that I forgot. In the fun. Assuming that life is fun and you'd like to join in. In all of Alaska. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's that time of year. Summer season is starting to get booted up. Springtime projects are starting. That's going to be time. Let's call it 16:31. So not too bad. I haven't been doing these in a while, so it's a little bit more strenuous. But 13 minutes and 26. Right, hang on. 4 seconds shy of 13 minutes. So 13 minutes 56. 12 minutes 56. Yeah. Are you both starting to shake off the winter blues? Spring has sprung here on the East Coast. Daffodils are blooming beautiful. We still have, I still have snow and ice on the ground, but we're starting to get some like dirt showing through, but there's still some like pretty thick, pretty heavy ice. So it's melting, but yeah, nothing blooming. Let's see. This is Well-Worn Shoes, a prompt by me. Took me 12 minutes, 56 seconds, so just shy of 13 minutes. Miles walked are rarely seen, eaten away by pavement traversed. I've left pieces of myself everywhere I've been, broken apart, beginning to feel cursed. Though many may have worn souls, they will carry others still. Experiences slowly poking holes, breaking leather down, close to a kill. Love catches blame for wear and tear, shown clearly on display under laces. Anticipation builds for this journey they'll bear, carrying you to new and exciting places. I really like that one. I'm actually going to pop out of the camper for just a couple minutes. I've got to run and drain. I'll be right back. Wait, I have the note here somewhere. Where's the BRB note? Okay, well, you can have this little island. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. You guys remember this? I think this might be one of the very first drawings I ever did for stream. Oh no, it looks like I might have had a leak at some point. Oh, here's the BRB. I must have had a leak at some point, but I don't see any water damage up above. Maybe it was just moisture from the freezing and the thawing. But, okay. So that's poem number 1 in the books for Well-Worn Souls. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ah. Just lay that one down. Let's see. I need and want this one on paper. Talking about the well-worn shoes. Okay, I can make that happen. Excuse me. Oh, you win, Solus. No mohawk. It's gone. It's been gone for long enough to grow back out, and I need another haircut at this point. I took that down to scalp like a month ago. So you win. Yours is bigger than mine, Solus, but size isn't everything, I've been told. It's okay. I'm gonna make up for it this year. There's gonna be no length shaved off the beard. I'm just gonna clean up the face line and the neckline, and then just let this part just kind of go. I'm gonna be taking care of these old man stress marks here, but it went on vacation. I was so I've talked about it a little bit on stream before. When I get into a low mental, I need some kind of a physical reset. I need to do something to like mentally restart my mentality. Up until like maybe a year ago, I'd shave my head. Like I shaved my beard the last time it happened. I did that on stream. Like I didn't really talk about being at a low mental at that point, and it was just kind of comical and like, oh hey, everybody watch me do this. But yeah, so I shaved my head not that long ago, like about a month ago, in the middle of my we'll call it dark month. Get used to them. Gray does not stop or slow down, my friend. Well, see, the funny thing is I have one spot. It is, if I move my beard out of the way, it's up here in my jaw. It's like on my jawbone, and it's like 7 hair follicles big. I mean, it's maybe like this much of my jaw, and all the hair that grows in that one spot has been white since I was, I don't know, 25, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years at this point. But it's like the width of my finger, and I can cover all of them in one shot. But they grow, and they end up being here, but you can follow all of these white hairs back to this same spot on my jaw. Nowhere else. Maybe a little bit on the sideburns now, like up here on the sides, but yeah. It's been that way for a while, and I usually don't mess with them, but I usually pull them out. I call my my old man stress marks. I appreciate you guys showing up when I post these things. I know I haven't been very consistent, and I hope that changes with my mentality changing about it, but I'm really appreciative of you guys specifically, and the whole community in general. But you two have been basically with me for almost the entire journey that I've been on with YouTube and with making my sobriety public and making my poetry public. Like, I really appreciate you two. And I'm saying that now because you two are the only ones in chat that I'm aware of. I can see there's two people. I see you two typing. Pretty confident about that. So if anyone's watching this after the fact, sorry I'm not talking to you, but I am talking to you two that are here right now. Like, yeah. That was unprompted and probably unnecessary for me to like go on a little rant about. Not a rant, but you know what I mean. Like, sitting right here and just like thinking about how much we have done this together, and not in the same room or in the same capacity or in the same, like, I don't know, different experiences, but shared together. It's been awesome. Like, I'm thinking about trying to record some longer, like, talking head style videos for the channel, as well as get more of my, like, I want to do like one poem video on the channel a week, and I want to do more like polls and communities. I want to be more engaged with the community and just approach it without having to feel like I'm putting on an act, because I'm trying to not. And I caught myself doing that very, very badly. Like, man, if I could just, if I could just, if I could just, if I could just, if I could just make money at this, that didn't, that, I don't know, that's fucking stupid. I don't want to do that anymore. If that happens, it will be a byproduct of caring about the things that I'm doing to the point where people will notice, not starting off with the goal to replace my income or do that. And that's something that I was catching myself being very guilty of. Like, I ordered patches, I was trying to get merch, like, I have stickers, I still have all that stuff. And I still want to eventually do that, probably, maybe, but I want to do it for the right reasons. And I was not in the correct headspace to do it in the right reasons last year or even just a few months ago. So I'm really wanting to get back into the content on the channel, the poetry. I really want to do some talking head, like maybe like I don't want to say podcast because I'm going to be just talking to myself basically and posting it, but as a video. But um yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to more poetry. I'm looking forward to more connection and more community. And I think that only comes if I can keep giving the consistency that I want and not get motivated by other things. Like, I write because I like to write. I love to write. I write because it helps me. It has helped me. And I believe that poetry can seriously help everyone that's out there. And if I want to monetize that, inherently, like, if it happens eventually, sure, like, eventually something has to happen, or I can't keep doing it forever, but that'll be a later thing. Like, I will keep making my books and keep posting them for people to support me that way, but I'm not, and doing commissions and that kind of stuff, but I'm done just trying to make content to be monetized. I don't give a shit about that anymore. If it happens, when it happens, I'll say when, because I am going to keep doing this for the long term. I'm committing to that right now, and that'll be awesome. But I'm not trying to rush it, and I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. I am trying to continue my craft and do it with an audience and do it with a community. Like, I love being here with all of you. I love being here and engaged and seeing the updates in your lives, seeing what you're doing. The feedback on my poetry is awesome, and the prompts that come from you guys are one of a kind. Like, I couldn't get those prompts anywhere else, and I appreciate the shit out of that. Yeah, some sobriety support. I don't want, so the thing I'm afraid of about focusing on the sobriety aspect of my journey, Jill, is that I have seen a lot of content creators that are doing that with the intention of preying on people that are looking for help. Like, and I don't want the I don't want to be criminalized in my own space for for doing that, I guess, is how it works. Like, I started making those shorts to hold myself accountable, and they helped me, but I I don't ever want the sobriety aspect of my content to be something that like will ever be impeding someone or like a what's the word? What's the word? What is the word I'm trying to find here? Wow. That just completely escaped me. I really want the main focus of my channel to be whether it be like poetry is what I do, but creative writing and poetry helping me. Like it helped me through my sobriety journey. And I've changed the banner. I tried to take a little bit of focus away from the sobriety stuff. I've actually thought about archive of the sobriety shorts because I don't want people to see those and think that it's just clout chasing or sub chasing, because people do support that. People are very supportive of the sobriety journey, and people have a very easy time clicking subscribe and clicking follow. And my channel reflects that wholeheartedly. I have almost 3,000 subscribers, and 12 of you actually engage with me because I posted mostly shorts, I posted mostly check-ins, I posted no substance content. And I tried to post the sobriety steps that helped me for some of the people that talked to me in those shorts, like the 5 things I learned on my sobriety journey, my aha moments, I believe is what the video is called. And I just don't want I don't want to build I don't want to make content for that archive that is ever leaning towards the entertainment or view chasing. Like, I'm more than happy to talk about my sobriety journey, and I'm very happy to engage with people talking about it, and I will gladly support people and answer any questions. But I feel like making content with the main focus being like things you can do for your sobriety journey, that is disingenuous to how I believe sobriety works. Like, I think that everyone's journey is unique and it's their own. In all of my stuff, I've only been talking about what has worked for me and what I do, and I'm really happy that that's resonated with people. But it is not a subject that is a one size fits all, and I feel like making content in that frame is harmful overall. I mean, it might help people in the short term, but as a whole, the mentality that is required or is best suited for pursuing your own sobriety, there's not a cookie cutter answer for it. And I feel like that's how content is generated for this platform. Like, maybe that's me speaking about my own view on content. So I could be completely off base, and maybe I'll watch this back in a few years and just completely check myself out of ever arguing about it or trying to make a point about it again because I'm so far off base. But I don't feel like I am at the moment. Let's see, I monologued a little bit. I missed a little bit of chat. Let's see. Well, Solis, you never made content to be monetized. It's like, well, I did though. Like I made the prompts of poetry book for people that were engaged with me to be supportive. Like if they wanted to support me rather than like donating on stream. Like if you want to support me, like support the community. Like we did this together. Like if you wanna contribute to it, like feel free. Like this is something that I can do that makes it feel like I'm not asking for donations or I'm not trying to um, farm my community, because that's a lot of YouTube stuff is that's what they teach you to do. Like, oh, you have to monetize your audience if you want to make it on YouTube. Like, fuck that. My audience is not something I'm trying to monetize, but that is how it works. Like in business, like that is where the monetization happens first. But I can't do that. I want to give something back. Like I don't want to just have a donation or a tip jar or whatever. Like buy a poem, buy a commission poem, buy a book. Like, I want to give something. I want your money that you've worked so hard for to be exchanged for something versus donations. Like, I don't need that. I have a job. I have a lot of stability in my life. Like, I'm doing this because I love to do it. And I need to remember that. I need to fucking remember that when I'm doing it and not get carried away in the YouTube culture, or like the social media culture, the content creator culture of like, you have to monetize everything or you're doing it wrong. Like, I just don't give a fuck about that anymore. I want to do this because I want to do this. And if people resonate with it and want to engage with it, like, that's awesome. That is super cool and very helpful and will let me continue to do it. Yeah, love the statement. I want to give back. I want I want the people that are following me for either reason, the sobriety content, the poetry content. I don't want their time to be wasted by my time. Like, I want to create something that is generating value for people, whether it be entertainment, whether it be motivation. Like, I don't care what the trade is, but there has to be a trade. I don't want to be a content creator that just takes. Like, I don't want that for me. Like, I don't need that. That is a drain on my mental, and I don't want that. But anyway, let's get to the second prompt poem of stream. I went on a very long monologue, and I appreciate you bearing with me on that one. Like, this is seeing life happening and trying to join in the fun. A prompt from Solus. I'll have to shorten this one if we ever put it into a book, but and trying to join in the fun. On to the next one. Hold this D. We'll start this one. We'll call it 3925. Thinking. That might work, actually. Sorry, I took my hat off. I just noticed. I took my hat off to show you guys my hair. I didn't look like me for a minute. All right. Space Cadet Carrie. Now, I can think of... Hang on. Let me look at this username. Is that you, Carrie? Man, I can't... Okay, that's kind of awesome. I hope that you've been good. I actually just talked about you on stream when I did. I don't know if you have popped around the channel at all or not, but I did a recent stream of reading my old high school poetry, and I read Carrie J.K. IDK was one of the poems that I read for that series, and I talked about you a little bit. Hope you don't mind. But good to see you. Jill says, "You see that smoke rising? It's Papa Poetry at work." Solus, you started that trend. The whole Discord channel calls me Papa Poetry now. I hope you've been good, friend. It's been a very long time. So for some reason, the algorithm knew that, like, you have been popping up on some of my other social media feeds more recently too, and I haven't like engaged, but I've been seeing some of your stuff. I'm not on social media a whole lot anymore outside of the poetry and like this, but I've been seeing it. I've missed doing this too, Solus. It's been a couple of months. It's very cool to be back in this scene doing it. Like, I've got the whole streaming setup at home now, but it started in this like little crackhead camper, and we're back to it, it's been very good. Like, I've been on a big memory lane nostalgia trip recently, so this is very, very cool. I'm seeing everybody now, like the biggest nostalgia hit of chat. Like, good to see you, Space Cadet. Like, it's been very good. I've been in a good place the last few days. Have you stuck them into anything, Solus, or you just have them on the sticker pad? Because I think, let's see. Oh, I almost grabbed my phone to show you the back of it, but that's not how phones work. I think my work phone has my actual stickers on it. I haven't added the stickers to the Ko-Fi shop yet because I don't have enough. I want to get enough together to make like a sticker pack of like the Only Pens, the Papa Poetry, the Let Him Cook. And I want to have like 2 more stickers in there, and then I want to have enough stickers to make it like worth paying shipping. Like, I can't really ship them for less than like $4 if I'm doing it myself, which is how I'm doing all of my manual shipping and handling. So I want to have enough stickers to make it like $8, and you get like 5 or 6 stickers, and then I just pay for shipping. Like $8, everything included, should be enough to make that work, hopefully. But I haven't actually done the math beyond that. Diamond dust. All right, I'll put that in. Diamond dust for Jill. Perfect. Metra and L trains in Chicago. So being an ignorant buffoon, what is an L train? I know, I know. I know it's a common phrase, but I don't actually know what it means. Is it just a train with two routes? Does it go back and forth on the same L the whole time? Is that all it means? That's the only thing I can think of, but like working in railroad, I have not heard the term outside of the lower 48 and like big metros, and I don't actually know what it means. I know, I'm embarrassing to all railroaders everywhere. Sorry, trainmen. Elevated TTSI, so trains that run overground, that are up on their own little bridges. Like the light rail? Okay, light L, is that what the L is for light? Like the Seattle light train? Light rail? Gotcha. Okay, that's time 50:37. So 39:25 to 50:37, we are at 11 minutes and 2 seconds for this one. So that's, call it 11 minutes on this poem. The prompt of seeing life happening and trying to join in the fun. This is a prompt from Soulless Druid. I wrote this poem in 11 minutes, and here's the readback. For years, I've played an observer, a mime seated in my own audience, like I'm trapped at a table waiting for a server. I yearn to take action, but can't find the cadence. Would you let me throw the dice? Could I maybe take a single turn? Now you've gone twice, and I feel desire start to burn, embers glowing beneath my cheeks. I will not stay seated and watch on. These quarters have been stacking up for weeks. When I get a turn, I'm playing till they're gone. The ending is kind of clunky, but I really like the imagery of like when you get a turn, like make the most of it. I like that a lot. That was a good prompt, Solus. Thank you. And that takes us to Diamond Dust for Jill. In UK, they call it the Tube. It's underground, though. This twist, it puts a vision in your mind. Yeah, I like it. I liked it a lot, actually. But the problem with this notepad right now that I'm using is I have to peel the pages off when I'm done. It doesn't like roll over without tearing off, so I'm gonna have to like save these in a, I don't know, I'll find something. Maybe I'll stick them in my backpack or fold them up. Depending on how many I get this week, maybe I'll just put them in their own little, roll them up into a tube or something and then put a piece of tape around them. But I'll get them back to my computer. I didn't bring my laptop with me because I'm an idiot. But I'll put them into Word when I get back to home. Okay, 53:10, we'll call it, for Diamond Dust. This looks so bad when I keep the bottle off screen. It's like, it's just water, I swear. You just see a pint glass filling up. It's a sober channel, damn it. No, so I've been on a calorie deficit the last 2 weeks, and like taking it seriously, like tracking my calories, tracking my macros, like my protein, my carbs. I've been keeping track of all of that, and I've started tracking how much water I drink in a day, and I realized that I'm a degenerate who drinks coffee and coffee and coffee, and I was not drinking enough water. So I've been trying to drink more water in the day. I've got a water bottle specifically for the computer desk at home, and like whenever there's a cut scene or a loading screen, I make myself take a drink of my water bottle. It's helped. It's actually been very beneficial. Okay, I haven't started writing, and I've lost 1.5 minutes of time, so we're gonna remember that. I've been drinking so much water, I was almost worried. Well, you can get water poisoning, don't do that. New hat is dope, by the way. I think so. I have 50 of these patches, and I have 50 of these hats that I ordered, and I have a sewing machine, and it's been sitting in my house, and I just I haven't even tried. I have all of the objects, I have all of the things. I don't know how to use a sewing machine, and I'm just letting that completely stop me. It's like, well, I'll get to that eventually. But I do have a plan to put them in the Ko-Fi store, and planning on having them be $15 to make it break even for me. It's a little, I might be able to go a little bit low, but I think 15 is where I was at. Not like the typical fucking $40 beanie that I've seen on other YouTubers. So why do I not have 10 of the question marks? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know what you're asking me, buddy. So why do I not have 10 of the beanies? Yeah. I haven't even publicized them yet. I mean, I talked about it a little bit when I first got this one because I was very excited about this hat. I really like it. But yeah, when I get them made and I have them packaged and they're ready to go, there's going to be, I think, 5 different color options, and the patch will be generically in the same place. Like it's just on the brim. But there's 5 different color options, and I'll have, I think, 10 of each one. I think it might be 10 colors and 5 hats of each color. I have to look in the pack I ordered. I got a mixed pack of 50, but I don't remember how they're broken up. If it's 5 10s or 10 5s. That's it. Sheeb did make this for me. Yeah, so Sheeb ordered the hat and the patch separately, and then hand stitched it in. And then I asked about could I take this idea to the channel, and then I went and it's a different patch in the same style, but it's a little bit different. There's a little bit different placement, but same symbol, a little bit different placement on the words, and I went and put in an order for a large number of them. I believe I think it's 50 patches that I ordered. It might be 100. I don't remember. I'll start counting when I actually start breaking stuff down. After the fallout, I still have the fallout hat. I actually just ran it through the washer. But it's even through the washer, it doesn't grip my head anymore. So I've been wearing the fallout hat more recently too, but it's a lot looser. So as I'm wearing it, I always put it on where the little dude is Fallout Boy's on the front, and then throughout the day, Vault Boy goes on a little adventure, and then I end up looking like this, and it's annoying. So the brand hat, yeah, it's replaced it. I still can't get over the shaved head. It grows back pretty fast, and with a hat on, no one can tell. So, like, yeah. Don't shave your beard though. I mean, you do you. I'm gonna go this whole year, at least until Christmas, maybe for New Year's, whatever. But I'm gonna let my beard kind of just grow, clean up the lines. So, put a pin in that, Jill. That sentiment, and I'm gonna finish this poem, but I'm gonna tell a story about that right after I write this last line. I've done that before. and it was the stupidest thing I have done in a long time. If Space Cadet Carrie is still in chat, I believe that there will be a witness that can speak to when I did that, because I was in high school when that happened. I'm talking about when I shaved my eyebrows off. Um, I believe, oh God, who was our freshman algebra teacher, Mr. King? I walked into class with that hat, and I pulled my hat off and had no hair, no eyebrows. I went as a cancer patient for Halloween because I had no political correctness. That's time. All right, 65, 15. Okay. So, Mr. Kang. So, I was not a very rich person at that point in my life, Jill, and I had a very bad habit of doing stupid shit for money or doing stupid shit for people, because they would make bets with me. In middle school, I would just, if people paid for it and it was food that you could put in a container, I didn't care what was in the container, but if you paid me like $5, I would eat whatever you put in it because I didn't have to buy lunch that way. And this was freshman year of high school. A kid in that class bet me a PlayStation 2 that I wouldn't shave my eyebrows. I went to the barber. I went to an actual barber. I went into an establishment. I didn't have a trimmer at home to go do this. I went into a barber and I said, I want you to shave my head and shave my eyebrows. And this man had been cutting my hair since I was 8 years old. And he said, are you insane? Okay, no, I'm not insane. I have a bet and I'm going to get a PlayStation 2 out of this. I don't have the $120 for a PlayStation 2. I have the $10 for a haircut. Shave my fucking eyebrows. He wouldn't do it. He made me bring a permission slip that he hand wrote. He gave me a permission slip, and I walked the block and a half up to my mom's office. I went inside and I sat down and I said, I need you to sign this. I'm going to get a PlayStation 2 for this. And it's this much money. My eyebrows will grow back. It'll be fine. Like, just let me do this, please. Uh, she signed it. I went back. That man gave me a 5-minute haircut. He shaved my eyebrows off. You can kind of see the little bump that's in the middle of this one, but you can't see it when the eyebrows are grown in. I actually have a really crooked scar that runs like right here in my eyebrow, where I biffed it into a coffee table when I was a little kid. And when it's shaved off, it's very prominent. I have this big gnarly like nodule in my head. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, now they've been a problem ever since. But I wore a hat like this into school the next day. And I walked into that class. I walked into algebra and I looked at that kid who made the bet with me and I said, "Hey, insert kid's name." And he looked at me and went, "What?" And I reached up and went, "Pow!" And I popped my hat off and I had no eyebrows, I had no hair, and I didn't have a beard. So I looked like a fucking alien. I looked like something that just got teleported down from like Mothership Zeta, and it it was bad. Uh, Also, in this same time frame, I broke my foot during wrestling season, so I was in a moon boot. I had crutches. I was in a moon boot, and yeah, I looked like a cancer patient. Like I legitimately like went as a cancer patient for Halloween because people kept asking me if I had cancer, and I was a teenager, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna die, and it was Don't fucking do that. It was not funny in retrospect now, but yeah, all at the same time. I was on crutches, had no hair, had no eyebrows. It was great. It was a wonderful time. Okay, anyway, Diamond Dust. This is a prompt from Jill. I wrote this poem in 12 minutes and 5 seconds. So we'll call it 12 minutes for generalizations. But I went with specifically a wedding diamond for this in my idea, my image of this. So with that in mind, I'm just for context. That's where I went with this. So. Glittering clouds of eternity worn away, casting rainbows across a battlefield, forever fading day by day, love's exposed behind its chipping shield. Breathe in too deeply and you'll feel every moment of pain in the air. Agony lingers in clouds, sharper than steel, beautiful memories beyond compare. A proposal from history, worn away by life's ever-turning stones, chiseled to pieces by infidelity, our shining beacon of promise turned to marriage's broken bones. Oh my, that's a story. The things that kids do for a bet. You've got guts, my man. I'm sure you got plenty of attention for that stunt. I got attention, yes. I didn't get a fucking PlayStation 2, though. He never paid up. I never got anything for the bet. So I was mad. I just got to look like an idiot for 3 months for absolutely no return at all. Yeah, no, he never paid up on that bet. Oh. Yeah, I like that one too. is that the beginning of Twat Waffle that you fat fingered the QA? Hey bird. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm out of town, so I'm in my camper and I have nothing else to do, so turn the camera on. And we've had some very good poems and I've been catching up with everybody. I did have a little moment of gushing about like loving the community and like wanting to do better and centering myself on why I make content, but we've moved past that and we're back to just writing poetry and poem man make poem again. Oh, he was way too popular for me to fight with him, Jill. It would have been a social death sentence, which I was very concerned about in my freshman year. It wasn't until later that I became less concerned. I guess that's not really true. I didn't really give a fuck. I had like 5 friends. But I hope that you're flying safe, bird. I saw your post about the con going well, so I hope that you got rid of all the bird books. But while you're tuned in and saying hi, do you have a prompt handy? I'm gonna go deal with the side effect of drinking 3 bottles of water, and I will check chat for a prompt when I get back. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay. Let's see. Legacy. Didn't we do a collaborative poem using legacy? Let's see. Legacy for bird. I'll see what I can do with it.